Alright guys, so in this ladder drill that we usually do it on the D side. You can see I'm snap shooting. I'm going to make a move. Now, in each bunker, I'm going to take about 3 snapshots. I'm doing this drill by myself, so I do a couple extra, but normally if we have other people doing it with us, we'll do 3 snapshots at each station. And while you're moving between bunkers, we typically encourage about 3 shots, 4 shots. You can see I'm also not shooting like in a burst as I'm moving. Like here, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like the whole point of that is to help you keep your barrel on target. One of the keys when you guys are running and shooting is that you want to make sure that you're keeping that gun always pointed at the target. So, you know, even when you're behind a bunker, that way when you come right out, your barrel's still aimed at the target. So, now here, since I'm doing the drill by myself, I'm just adjusting the cone there. There is a cone in the back center, that's what I'm shooting at each time I'm moving. So for this drill, I normally always keep it in the back center. And then basically the same thing going back. A couple snapshots towards the back center. A couple shots as we move. You can see the barrel stays on target. Now keep in mind, I'm definitely not perfect when I do this, so you know, we do our best to work on things, but not perfect. Anyway, the barrel should stay up when you're moving. Again, even right here, if I pop out, it's pretty close to on target. And you can see I'm adjusting things here. Normally when we do the drill with lots of people, it'll already be set up ahead of time. I'll check it all in advance. So, but anyway, that's how that drill works. When we do it as a group, what'll happen is like we'll start on one side, everybody will go down, we'll come back, we'll do it like anywhere from 3 to 5 times. It is a great drill for running and shooting, snap shooting, just everything in general. So I highly recommend this drill. Alright, so here I'm just at the start station and taking a shot for the corner. Basically just practicing my landing, kind of watching where the paint goes. I'm going to switch it up. I really like running and shooting. I think it's a pretty critical thing here. A lot of people that are good at running and shooting are going to be pretty good at shooting stationary. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get my barrel set on the start station, and I'm going to start, take a couple shots for the back center. And the nice thing is, you probably can't hear it in the video itself, but like while I'm doing the drill, you can kind of hear where that paint's hitting and see on the net where the net moves at if you're off like that. So you can hear it hit the cone, you can hear it hit the start station, you can see the net move, so you can kind of make adjustments as you go. So anyway, if you are like doing drills before things get started out there, this is a great way to work on your running and shooting and working on your breakouts. Breakouts are a very, 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 very critical part of the game of paintball, so definitely suggest working on those. Now, what I've done here, I just went down to the other side, basically doing the same thing, so I can work on both hands. That's one of the reasons, too, in the Dorito drill, snake drill, everything else, we go down and back, so we get that experience with our left hand and with our right hand, because obviously we want to be a well-rounded player, not just be super dominant with one hand. We want to be dominant with both. So here I'm just doing a real simple snap shooting drill. There's a cone, obviously, right in front of that bunker. I'm coming down, taking one shot with my left hand, switching hands, one hand with my opposite hand, and just going back and forth like that. I decided to switch targets because I don't like shooting the bunkers, so I'll do that usually for half a hopper or so, and then switch bunkers. So you can see I'm doing on a Dorito here. Eventually I switch over to the Aztec there, do a couple out of that. You can do it over the top too. You should also adjust the height you're coming out at, so you can see I'm always coming to the top. I'm kind of lazy with this drill. It is a good idea to come out from the lower part of the bunker also. And you can see here I've switched to the Aztec. I cut a little bit out for you guys. You don't have to watch the boringness of doing this drill. But same thing, just try to stay tight, work on those shots. Always switch hands though, it helps you work on switching your guns. Your gun also takes you off target, so you're not exactly, if you come out the right hand every time, you know exactly where that thing is. So this is a stationary snap shooting drill that you're going to do, where you have an opponent. The objective is that each time that you shoot, you can kind of see that I'll go back in. It's a one shot, go back in, and just do that over and over again. You're working on your snap shooting, right? So you don't need to necessarily post up on people forever. One of the big parts of snap shooting too is going to get that ball off high hide from that. You know, if the other guy's really good and his ball's on target, you gotta be able to hide from that ball that guy shot at you. So anyway, you basically just do this, like when you're doing this drill with a group of people, there'll be stations that are set up, and once you rotate, what would happen is, like, I'm at the last station on this side of the field, so I'd rotate down to where my mirror's at now in that tall can. The guy in the tall can would rotate to his right, one bunker. We basically all rotate to our right in a big circle, and like essentially once either me or Alex or somebody else will yell stop and rotate, everybody stops shooting at each other and we just rotate. So it's a great drill for snap shooting. Alright guys, so here's a drill we call jousting, where basically people are running out of their bunkers shooting. We're just going to reset really quickly, so it works on your running and shooting, your laning. In this scenario of jousting, we've got two people. You can see there's one guy running out. He's actually running out to the first Dorito, so you see that there in the barrel cam to your left, there's that orange and black Dorito. So one guy runs out there shooting for the back center on the other side of the field, while the back center is going to shoot for the guy going after the D1. So pretty simple drill, very, very effective for working on your laning, very effective for working on your running and shooting. So, and then I do really recommend that when you guys do this, that you really pay attention to where the paintballs are going when you're laning. So you can see on the net, on the on the larger screen there, where the paint's hitting. And you can see how it's kind of scattered. You want that to be as tight of a grouping as possible, so you're not following people. So you probably saw one show up kind of where it looks like Chris is at right now, and one farther to the right. You want it to be to that farther right shot pretty much all the time, so you have one nice stream of paint they have to run through. So anyway, that's the jousting drill. We'll end up switching sides at some point, so we're working on both hands here. So